me, it was the first time with EBCG, and what I like very much is a lot of different people in the room coming from different backgrounds and also different companies, where you see a lot of different styles in the way they deal with HR topics, in the way they deal with talent management, and that's especially what I liked. I like being together with the speakers. I think there was a nice group of speakers who had a lot of connection with each other, and what I liked very much is that there were people from many companies and countries in the room.
What I like about this event is a couple of things. First thing is the mix of industries. I think that's fascinating. I mean, most of these meetings you get very consumer-oriented brands, and in there what I liked is that there's a lot of industrial brands, and I think the future of HR lies in these brands because it's probably more difficult for them to get to the end consumers than for purely consumer-oriented brands, so I like that. Second thing I really like is the mix of people. We have a lot of people coming from former Eastern Europe countries, and that's perfect because that's where the growth of Europe is. So I really like that. And of course, Vienna is a great choice. So I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's perfect. I don't think there's anything I would change, to be honest. I really enjoy it, so I don't see why I should change anything. Topics I was very, very much into were topics where you would sort of take a distance from our roles. So I mean, there's a couple of very operational HR leaders, and I thought that was interesting because they would make sure that we link up to the business. I really like that. I thought that was very interesting that we had this presentation about employee engagement as well, because I mean, we all know that engagement makes a difference, but it's always much nicer to hear it. And as far as I'm concerned, I really wanted to talk about employer branding and how a brand can really sort of sell itself as an employer the same way that you sell yourself as a destination in our case.
I think I'm quite excited about what we have done with the leadership model, and I talked about that during the conference as well. We have in DSM developed a new leadership model, which is really more up to how can you be successful in a global company with parts of our company all across the world. And for us, that's really important. How can we develop global leaders that can be successful now and in the future and really can deliver up on our goals? And we had quite some reactions about the leadership model from the room, also during drinks and during lunch. And that's one of the things I'm working on right now. But as you could see from my presentation, well, there is of course more what we are currently working on in DSM on talent management. And it's really a topic I think that's so important nowadays, because people make the difference. They are the most important assets you can have as a company. And people, and especially talented people, become more and more scarce because the world is becoming more complex, because the capabilities we ask from people are becoming much and much higher. So yeah, you can see I really love this topic, and I think it is what makes the difference in a successful company.